Hi guys. I am going to make some baby food. I just started. I'm going to make a bunch, like probably 3 or 4 different kinds. And this is going to be one of them that I'm going to do. And it's going to be my sweet potato and pears. And then I'll make some other ones. But just wanted to go through this first one, and this is, sorry, I noticed something weird on my camera. Sweet potatoes and pears. So the first thing you need, okay, side note, I'm sorry that my kitchen is super messy. I have prepped diapers today. I have a huge batch of potato soup cooking. I have just been in here all day, and I haven't done a lot of dishes, as you see in the sink behind me. Oh, you saw a glimpse. So, please forgive me for my messy kitchen. It's just been crazy. Me putting batteries and Christmas toys and trying to get breast milk thawed, and I can go on and on. So, first step is let me find a knife. Ha ha, I got one. It's one of my new knives for Christmas from my sister. Alright, so like I said, I am sorry for all of this mess. It's never usually messy. I just haven't done a single dish today, and that's that. So, I usually make my batches of sweet potatoes with 3 sweet potatoes, and then my bags usually come with 4, and I usually use the other one with 4 sweet potato fries. This time I'm going to make mine with 4 because I'm trying to make a bit bigger of a batch so I can put some more in my freezers, and I'll save 1 for sweet potato fries. And the only reason why I'm saving 1 is because the rest of I just do the fries just for the baby. I'm going to go ahead and wash these off. No biggie. Get the dirt off of them. Another reason why it looks like there's a lot of dishes is because I have my inserts soaking in my other side of my sink. So I've had to put everything into this one side. Okay, you couldn't tell that my husband spent all weekend in here cleaning this kitchen. Like every day he would do a different job. So I'm going to go and I'm going to cut off all the rough ends. And then, surprise! And then just dice them into chunks. Just make sure you're getting all the tough spots. And dice them into chunks. Apologize for my kids being crazy. They tend to do that when the camera's on. Hence, I don't do a lot of recording around them. Okay. These don't have to be any specific size. No shape. They don't have to be exact. You're basically just doing this just so they cook a little faster. If you want to cook them all, you can. As whole. You could also, bake these. You can skin them if you want. I find a lot of them, a lot of the nutrition is in the skin, so I leave it on. So the next step is, let me grab you now. Ta-da! Okay, so next step is I'm going to take all of these and put them in here. I have a pot with just like a couple inches of water. I have it boiling. I'm going to sprinkle in where'd it go? Oh, I'm sorry. You're blanked. It must be in my messy spice cupboard. It's so messy. I need to organize it so bad. Okay, so basically I'm going to put just a touch of salt. You can't see. Just a touch because I don't want to feed him a lot of salt. And I do it just for the flavor. And then I'm going to sprinkle just some garlic powder in there. Not a lot. Not as much as I would do for like us. Just a touch. That looks a lot more because of all the bubbles. And now I'm just going to plop my sweet potatoes in there. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you the next step. So here's my sweet potatoes in the water boiling. And pretty much there's too much water in there. I'm not going to want to take out all of the water when they're done. I want to just use that water as my base in my baby food. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a couple spoonfuls of water out, because I really just want it to the point where it's just slightly covered. I think maybe one, probably two more, and we'll be good. Yeah, this should be good. Okay, so they're just slightly covered in there, sticking out just a little bit. That is perfect. Now I'm going to boil these until they are soft and mushy, to where when you stir them, they're all like falling apart. That's what you want. I don't know quite how long. Never really timed it. I kind of just let it go, but we shall see. Okay, I got a fussy baby, so I'm sorry if you hear him whining, but these are about done. The water's almost boiled out, and I turned them off, and now we're going to move on to the next step. Now that the sweet potatoes are done, I'm going to go ahead and get my baby bullet ready, which you can see here. I have a can of pears, and the reason why I use canned is because I want the juice that comes along with it. You can choose to use canned, or you can use fresh if they're in season. That might be a good way to get fresh, really cheap pears. I do like to buy the organic cans, so that's very important. And then I'm going to grab my sweet potatoes. Oh, that was hot. Where'd my spoon go? I'm going to do these in half batches. I got my big pot of sweet potatoes, and I'm going to add about half of them. And if you can see, these are mush. Like they are falling apart. That is how you want them when you're done. Okay, so that's about half. I got my pears and my sweet potatoes, and I'm going to go ahead and blend them up. You might find like that I just did, it's not blending very well. Just stir it up a little bit. Yeah, this is for you, Pumpkin. Just stir it up, loosen it a little bit, and try it again. At this point, it might just be good just by itself. You might have to stop once again and stir it again. You want to keep this pureeing until you can see it moving in circles on the top. And I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, just as I picked you up, it's got stuck. So I'm going to go ahead and just give it a stir one more time. See, it's pretty close. It's still really thick. And what I'm going to do is just add a touch bit more pear juice. And then put my lid back on. I have the middle part out. I'm just going to place it in while I get it started. Look at Jackson. Isn't he cute? That was so loud. Okay. So go ahead and take a look at there. You see how it's funneling? Okay, I had a total malfunction and my blade started coming off. As you can see here, it's funneling. It looks nice and smooth. That's exactly what you want. Okay, so then once you're done with that batch, I went ahead and took it out, put it in here, and I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest together and do another batch. Just another quick tip. If you feel like you don't have enough liquid in here and you've boiled your potatoes down so much there's not a lot of water left over, you can go ahead and just add a little bit of filtered water to it. Alright, so this is my finished batch of sweet potatoes and pears. I have it all in one big Tupperware. And I'll show you in the very last part, after I show the other baby foods, what exactly I do with it from here. So although that was quite hectic, there was my part 1, sweet potatoes and pears. And now I'm going to move on to show you part 2, which is apples and carrots.